Next on Project Pitch It, we feature the next generation of Wisconsin innovators. They are the Jerry Gendusa Rising Stars. These middle and high school entrepreneurs will present their bold and creative concepts to the moguls. They will compete for cash and awards to help turn their ideas into thriving businesses. These are the moguls.
We really want you to take it to the next level.
What's your value proposition?
Oh, I like that.
You have an opportunity to scale in a couple different ways.
Jerry Gendusa is the former CEO of MTech, now co-founder of Stuck, providing breakthrough strategies for businesses and author of Get Unstuck. Debbie Allen owned McDonald's franchises, then founded DNA Networks, an executive coaching firm. She currently sits on the board of the African American Chamber of Commerce. If you've heard one call, that's all. You know David Gruber, founder of Gruber Law Offices. Peggy Ann is a local leader dedicated to supporting her community and helping others achieve their dreams. She was also the owner of Empire Level Manufacturing.
Entrepreneurs that are really successful don't try and think out of the box. There is no box. We all win in a world with no boxes.
This is Project Pitch It.
Well, hello, moguls. My name is John W. Daniels IV. I'm the 11-year-old CEO and founder of Ponton, Milwaukee. At Ponton, we're focused on building bridges throughout the world, one note at a time. When I first started Ponton, it was called Royal Eagle, but then I found out the name was trademarked. And of course, you can't do business if your name's trademarked. So I had to do something about that. So I asked my mom, what should I call my business? And she told me, what do you want to do in the world? And I said I wanted to build bridges. Because when I saw the division happening in our community throughout the entire world, people saying left or right, this and that, why can't we just agree on something? So I wanted to do something in a unique way, and she told me, look up the Latin word for bridge, and that's where Ponton comes from.
Oh, wow.
So I created Ponton so that people can use their creative outlets and their creative mind to be able to build bridges throughout the community.
Wow, how
You are awesome.
You're the reason I have all the hope for the future and the present.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Thank you.
That's a lot
Good
of
for
pressure
you.
on you, you know.
But you can handle it.
Yeah.
You want to handle it, don't you?
Yeah.
So how are you gonna do
Yes.
So I actually use greeting cards. In fact, there's actually some in front of you. You can pick one. So these are examples of my latest ones that I've made. So, and there's also some on the screen. So all the designs I do are by photography, and I think about my grandfather. Actually, he's a big art collector. I heard you're an art collector too, Miss Peggy.
Oh, yes, I am.
And I think about what would my grandfather want to put in his house? What would he, what would someone want to put in a museum? And I think about something that can stand out, that's bold.
Oh, these
What
are
can we
awesome.
do, John, to get people to get along better? What can we do?
I think we need to be able to find a common ground and not just think about our own idea. And when I think about compromise, even though compromise is good, sometimes people really want to people fight over compromise, so they think that they can get the better part of it. They think that they can get the better end of it. So they think, oh, I got more than this person. I think we just need to we need to learn that we all need to give something up in order to be better.
So do you have an example of how you think we can build a bridge in Milwaukee?
Yes, I think through the power of a handwritten note. I was talking with one of my friends actually, and he said, well, John, why don't you text people? Why did you create this greeting card business? I told him on how a handwritten note means something, because when you see someone write a handwritten note, it shows they took the time to do it. And I know I've seen the apps where you can just write out with your finger. It looks, oh, they sent me a note, but it's on a little postcard. Whereas if you see something like my card, you can see someone took the time to write a handwritten note.
So where can we purchase these?
So I have a website that is actually on, there's a business card in there, and I also do different pop events throughout Milwaukee. So I was at the Milwaukee Fair last year, then I'm also at the Fellowship Open annually.
So when did you start your business?
I started my business when I was 8. I started getting the groundwork laid, and then I was 9. I started working officially on it.
Wow. So
And what
you know,
inspired you to start this company when you were 8 years old?
Well, I actually wanted to do something because my grandfather, he has this golf tournament. I'm like, Papa John, why can't I do something different? Why do I have to always speak and do the introduction? He said, well, come up with something. So he told me you have to come up with something different in order to do something different. So I found out about how people print cards, and I saw these cards at Walgreens. I'm like, well, why can't there be some sort of different design that doesn't say, happy birthday, hope you feel better? Why can't it be something more creative?
Don't let anybody stop you, John. There's nothing
right.
you can't do. There's nothing you can't do.
So how much do the cards cost, John?
So they are $11 a pack, but when you purchase more than one pack, they go up by 10. So there's 2 for 20, 3 for 30. And then also for a custom order, people can email me, so my email's on the business card.
Okay.
So then I'll talk to them, figure out what they want to do, figure out the pricing. So if they want to write something on the inside, it's normally blank, but if they want to like make it so there's your personal station, you want to put your name, Miss Peggy Ann, you'd be able to, so I talk to them to figure out what they want to do with their card and figure out the best option for them.
So how much money have you made, and what are you going to do with all that money?
Well, right now I've made about $5,000.
Oh, awesome.
And I'm planning to save it for college or invest in some stocks, and then eventually set up a charity fund for entrepreneur youth incubators, so that youth like me that want to start a business, they're able to get help to get up and running.
Everyone on this panel would like to help you build a bridge.
Absolutely.
We would like to build a bridge with you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
We'll
See
see
ya.
you in a bit.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, John.
It's hard to know where.
Wait a minute, where do you begin with him?
Really?
I'm like, time management, I need that.
Really?
Does he need school? Who needs school? Who's going to manage his business and his enterprises
Oh
and his
my
operations?
gosh.
You're working
Yes.
in his business and on his
Wait a
business.
minute.
He's going to school.
Wait a minute, he's 11 and talking about scaling.
I'm not kidding.
I think we can learn more from him than he can
He'll
learn
learn from us. Yes, yes.
Since season 1 of Project Pitch It, a lot has been going on with Yes. A lot of good things. We've grown our employee base from 3 to 12. Since that time, we've taught an additional 2,000 students in the STEAM disciplines, so science, technology, engineering, art, and math. We've expanded our programming, and now we do what's called the Blueprint, which is a business accelerator program for young professionals located in Milwaukee. So here we're at what we call Yes Studios. So since July 8th, we've had 18 students between the ages of 12 and 18, and they've been working on building a video game. So thank you, Project Pitch It, for allowing us to expand our visibility within the state of all of our programming. Thank you, Cardinal Stritch, for allowing us to have our Yes Studios program.
Up next, these Kettle Moraine High School students have created healthier ketchup. Later, a solution to untangle the cords for your earbuds. Making the world a better place is the theme of this year's season of Project Pitch It, and Peggy Ann is doing just that with her involvement in education and dyslexia at the Cradwell School. Cradwell helps non-traditional learners hear all students are alike and are given the chance to concentrate and be treated fairly. Peggy continues to connect others to the hidden gem that is Cradwell School.
Hi, my name is Reed Kastner-Lang,
My name is Evan Lapsa.
and we are the co-founders and operators of Ketchup Please LLC.
In 2015, I underwent open heart surgery to fix a congenital heart defect known as atrial septal defect, which led me to begin to think about creating healthier foods for heart patients. Ree and I began thinking about what foods inhibit people's health without them realizing it, and we landed on condiments, specifically ketchup. Ree and I have both been very entrepreneurial since a young age, and we thought, why not create a ketchup company? We honed in our niche, an organic, no sugar added ketchup with less sodium than mainstream brands that actually taste good.
We began ideation for the company in April of 2018, which included market research, establishing a strong social media presence, and product development. Most importantly, we have completed all necessary steps to bring our organic, no sugar added ketchup to market, including becoming licensed to sell by the state and even achieving USDA organic certification.
Our next steps in business development include initiating production with a co-packer, increasing regional distribution, developing new flavors, and ultimately growing nationally.
We have some samples for
Wow,
you.
Yeah,
awesome.
You guys are great.
So how much does the ketchup cost a bottle?
It costs $7. Our goal is to get that cost down to $6 or $5 through production with a co-packer and more efficient ways to produce and transport our ketchup.
How did you guys find out that there was so much sugar and salt in ketchup?
It all started when I had open heart surgery, and I started thinking about creating healthier foods for heart patients. I had 6 weeks after I had the surgery to think a lot, and I think a lot, so I did some research, and when I brought in Ree, we did a lot of market research. First we found out that there were reduced sugar ketchups, and we're like, okay, that's interesting. We realized that
found
there was
almost no product ketchups on the market that were both organic and had no sugar.
Yeah, and most of them either tasted subpar, the reduced sugar ones, or had artificial sweeteners, and most of the organic brands still had added sugar in them. So we thought, why don't we create the best of all worlds? We're gonna create a ketchup, America's most common condiment.
Yep. How much added sugar is in mainstream ketchup? About 18–19% actually.
So about 18 to 19% of your
Yeah.
average ketchup is sugar?
Yes, added sugar, yeah.
So your ketchup tastes
really good.
It
Thank
really
you.
does.
Thank you.
yes.
It doesn't have the added sugar. How do you get it to taste so
Yeah,
good?
so
And
we
are you
use-
willing to share some of that?
Yeah, so we use organic stevia, which is actually 300 times sweeter than sugar.
Give your secrets away.
Well,
It's on our
it's
yeah,
on
it's
our
a li-
label.
yeah,
It's fine.
Where do
I
you
mean,
manufacture this?
So right now we're actually producing at a commercial kitchen called the Petite Chef in Dousman. It's a shared kitchen.
So how many units have you produced so far?
We produced about 2,000 bottles. We've had about $7,000 in sales to date, and that's all producing ourselves. We produce in the commercial kitchen. We produce about 300 bottles a day, and with a
Commercial
co-packer,
kitchen, or yeah, co-packer, they can do upwards of 40,000 bottles in a day.
So Debbie, you are a multi-unit operator for McDonald's,
Absolutely.
and ketchup and McDonald's are so known together. Could you see a alternative ketchup that a franchisor like McDonald's would consider partnering with?
Absolutely, because usually parents come in and they want a healthier option for their kids, which is why Happy Meals went from using all French fries to apples. And so just having a healthier option would be great.
And it's a value proposition, so don't lose sight of that when you think of justifying the price of what you're selling it for today, because it could maybe sell for even more.
Yeah, and part of that too is if we could have a little bit of help on kind of seeing those consumer trends and understanding what people actually buy it for.
Well, congratulations, guys.
Yes,
Quite
thank you.
impressive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love the whole concept of niche products and this high
I do
mix,
too.
low volume, with having this business that you could actually, you've created something that has value today.
But it's a good product. It tastes good, number one, and it's something that, like I said, it's one of those things where if you're dieting, stay away from ketchup.
Yeah.
But if this is an option, that would be awesome.
I don't know why you even have to be on a diet to have this.
You don't?
It tastes
no,
really
yeah, low
good.
sugar.
Yeah.
It does.
It's just a healthier alternative.
right, or-
They really got to stress the education. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'll repeat, I didn't know that 20%
Well, I didn't know it was that much.
of ketchup is
Oh,
sugar.
Right.
I think the future's pretty bright, and Wisconsin is all about youth and exuberance and innovation and entrepreneurialism. This is my oldest son, Nathan. What do you think makes you a good leader for the next generation of leaders?
I think I'm a good leader for the next generation because I lead by example. I think we're going to be in great hands. I think there's a lot of good and upcoming kids in Wisconsin. I think we got this, Dad.
Next, these Brookfield Academy High School students have the perfect way to untangle the cords for your earbuds. Debbie Allen is making the world a better place with her work at the African American Chamber of Commerce as co-chair of the Legacy Co-working and Innovation Space. This social enterprise is a catalyst for business growth for entrepreneurs in the community.
Moving to the neighborhood gives us more access to neighborhood entrepreneurs. All of our services and our access to capital and programming will be here, so it will impact and continue to spread the word of the African American Chamber and its support to the ecosystem of entrepreneurs that exist in Milwaukee.
Does this look familiar?
Well, we've got the solution for you. My name is Christian Hong, this is Andy Liu, and this is Pablo Dale, and we are Unraveled. We're a group of high school seniors from Brookfield Academy who've created the Unraveled earbud case to keep your earbuds from getting lost or tangled. The idea for our project came from our AP Microeconomics course in junior year, when our teacher, Dr. Guru, presented us with the business plan project. While brainstorming for ideas, Andy started fishing around in his backpack for a pair of earbuds. We needed a product to keep earbuds from getting lost, and more importantly, from getting tangled.
After lots of hard work perfecting our business plan and our product, we decided to send an application to the Wisconsin Yes Youth Business Plan Contest. After reaching phases 1 and 2, we ended up taking first place in the whole state of Wisconsin.
Here's how our product works. So you take your earbuds, and then you take your Unraveled earbud case. You can slide your earbud heads into the earbud holding compartment on the front of the case. Afterwards, you can wrap the earbuds around the side of the case like this. Notice how that the volume control fit perfectly onto one of the sides of the case, so you don't have to worry about bending it around one of the corners. After you finish wrapping your earbuds around the case, you can take it and the sliding rails which go on the back of your phone and slide it on like this. It won't fall out even if you turn it upside down.
I love the fact that it's simple. I love the fact that it works. And I don't know, but it would be taking away the entertainment value of watching my wife
Unravel her.
do that for me on airplanes, which I did about 2 weeks ago. She likes to watch for 2 minutes until I'm frustrated, and then I go, here, I can't imagine taking away that entertainment factor, though.
Well, and you know what's so great about this is most great ideas come from solving some problem. And you know, here you are looking at your friend struggle through, you know, trying to find these ear pods in the bag, and then all of a sudden you're like, that's it. Let's fix his problem. You know, that's cool.
A couple of quick questions for you. How far along are you on the journey? How many units have you produced? And do you have a good supplier?
So right now, the only thing that we have access to is our school's 3D printer. So we've prototyped these, and then we're hoping that once we have more funding and stuff like that, we could take it a little bit further with some better printers so that we could kind of refine them more.
Very good.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's a neat concept.
It is.
I don't even use mine because they're tangled at the bottom
They're
of my
already- they're already
backpack
tangled,
or
yes.
wherever.
Debbie, you hit it right on the head where you said they found a problem
Right.
and they created an opportunity around it, which is really neat.
Can you find me one of those, make me one of those for my curling irons?
Yeah.
That cord
So they
on
need a
all
little bit of
things.
cash to get to production,
They
but
do,
they've got
they
some
do.
neat prototypes right
Yeah,
now.
they got to do something before somebody steals their entire idea. But it's a tremendously good idea, and it's simple.
David Gruber works to fill our community with hope, compassion, and tolerance. And he's also making the world a better place with his involvement in Operation Dream.
Operation Dream helps children with great needs. It's about education. It's all about community. It's an incredible feast prepared with the help of my wife, my family, and all the people at the firm. It's about getting together, just a really, really positive day and something we look forward to every year.
Coming up, the moguls break down the pitches.
Wow.
You weren't kidding.
Amazing kids.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I was stunned. I didn't know what to expect, and my goodness.
So here we're supposed to be moguls, and I'm like, I can learn a lot from these kids right now, and I am learning.
Absolutely.
It's an honor to be up here listening to some of those pitches.
I have my mouth open listening to an 11-year-old after 30 seconds.
We're going to remember this at some time because these kids are going to be big.
For sure. Let's start with Ponton. This young man is talking about building bridges, and he's 11 years old. He started when he was 8.
My first thought is, I hope this young man never leaves our city or state.
Yeah.
Right.
Just a noble thought. You know, how do we connect people and not divide people, and being able to use his cards to be able to just script personal notes to people. You know, something that's like a dying art, actually, if you think about it.
We had an 11-year-old tell us, you know, you have to give up something to get something.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
I mean,
And
think about it.
he's educating us on literally writing personal handwritten notes and the difference that makes.
That's so awesome.
He's looking us in the eye and saying, can't all of you do the right thing?
Ketchup Please, an inspiring story from one of the young men who had some challenges, and now they come up with this product, and they're literally at the point where they can go to mass production.
And they have a great tasting product that's really low in sugar and could really meet a lot of dietary needs. And I think it could be in a lot of stores around here in the city.
I think it can be in a lot of restaurants. There's a ton of restaurants that are putting calories now on their menu.
Are you listening to this, McDonald's?
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't even know the difference because their product is so good.
Absolutely.
But they'd want the world to know that they're serving a better and healthier version.
A healthier option.
But the education is amazing, because who knew that there was so much sugar in ketchup? And people need reminders that ketchup is the most used condiment, so the market is enormous.
Unraveled cases.
I need a few of those right now.
Right.
They see this opportunity, they see this problem, and they're capitalizing on it. What a remarkable story.
Yes, and I mean, just kids taking an AP class in economics coming up with a great idea. It's just amazing.
We have some cash prizes.
We do, and some big decisions to
perhaps
make.
there's a little bit of mentorship along the way that could help them.
Absolutely.
Coming up, the moguls give out cash prizes and mentorship awards to the young entrepreneurs.
It's not very often that I find myself in front of young men like all of you where I feel extremely inspired. We're supposed to be the moguls, and yet you're educating and inspiring all of us. I'm going to start with Peggy. She has a couple words of wisdom to share with you.
Entrepreneurs are the foundation of the marketplaces, and all of you with your ideas are creating jobs and new markets. And don't stop with your ideas. They're all fabulous. Keep those ideas coming. The first award is going to go to you, and it's $500.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, well, I have a $1,000 award, and it's going to go to Ponton. It's going to go to you, John Daniels.
Thank you.
And let me just say a few things. You're all exceptional. You're an exceptional young man. Your presentation was exceptional. Compromise, common ground, giving up something to get something. You're talking to some experienced people here, handwritten notes. Do us a favor. Don't leave Milwaukee. Do not leave Wisconsin. Do us a favor, I'm not kidding. Stay humble. Be bold, like you told us at the beginning. Be bold, and really good things will happen, and continue to build bridges. And like Jerry said, very inspiring, all of you, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Well, the 5 words I've heard most in McDonald's are, "Can I have ketchup, please?" You guys, I want to congratulate you because you've come up with such a great product. Just being able to provide a healthier option of ketchup is amazing, organic at that. And it's one of the most well-known, well-used condiments that are out there. And we just want to say we're just really inspired by what you've done today, and we want to award you with $1,500.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Wow.
You're welcome.
And when you think of these cash awards, cash is king, but it's not the only thing.
Right.
So most importantly, perhaps, is a little bit of mentorship. And Cardinal Stritch is willing to help with some of that, and so am I, as well as the rest of the moguls.
Yes, we will.
So we're going to be putting together some focus groups to further assess your businesses and to see where we could help.
Awesome. Thank you.
So they have some trophies for everyone. Congratulations to all.
Thank you.
Come on and grab your trophy.
Grab your trophy. Yeah.
If you want to support these entrepreneurs, visit our website to learn more about their products and companies. If you have an idea for the next great Wisconsin business, we want to hear from you. Visit projectpitchit.com.